Hi, everybody. It's Joelle with the Huron Valley Chamber, and we are doing our Business Spotlight Chamber Chatter. And I'm really excited today. We have Dr. Paula Ruffin and we have Mina Puri. Mina, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure. Hey, everyone. I'm Mina Puri, Ayurvedic Healing Center. My work is really providing holistic healing solutions for people from physical all the way to non-physical, which includes dietary recommendations, lifestyle, herbal medicine, meditations, energy healing, counseling, and anything that I can pull up.
Awesome. And you, Paula, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. So Dr. Paula Ruffin, I am a chiropractor, functional nutritionist, and speaker. I've been in practice for 23 years, and so I'm here as a solo practitioner, chiropractic healthcare, and then I do a lot of work with people with digestive health and hormonal issues, children's health through functional medicine and high quality nutrients, just as Mina is doing. But it sounds like she and I need to really connect too. That would be very complementary to what I'm doing here. So really looking at root cause for people and finding people who've been all over the place, can't find an answer for their problem that they know they have and they're told they're normal, and they usually end up here. And then I figure it out and I get them on the road to healing.
Very good. Yeah, you two really do need to talk because I think you do a lot of things together. I'm really excited about today because both of you guys, I want to give you a huge shout out. I'm so impressed with all the stuff you're doing. You guys have really taken advantage of the situation and found ways to market your business and do different things. So I'm excited for you to share with everybody what's going on. Do you want to go first, Paula?
Yeah, absolutely. So when all of this happened, it was a bit of a kick in the pants for me. I'd been slowly moving into a more virtual space and doing Facebook Live interviews, spotlighting other businesses. And when this happened, I realized, like, holy moly, I needed to get it in gear and amp that up. So essentially what I've been doing so far is reaching out to other businesses and spotlighting them on how we can help other people. So that was really, looking at what is my sphere that I can what is the sphere of people that I want to bring in to then cast that net out to help other people. So that's what I've been doing, is just putting a spotlight on other people, trying to improve my virtual platform and taking my presentations and putting them into like virtual presentations like this on Zoom, and taking my corporate wellness programs out into a more virtual space rather than being on site in a corporation.
It's awesome. And how about you, Mina? I know you're doing a lot of similar type webinar type things as well, and we've even got some lined up for this week.
Yes, before this happened, I already had some clients. I have a lot of out-of-town clients that I already did Zoom with. But many of the people did come to see me at the office. So then everything just went on Zoom. Some people just did not want to do Zoom. They're like, no, I want to come see you physically. So they're holding off. And what changed was, the number of new clients who sign up, that went down because people are just not sure what to do. So initially I didn't really worry because it's just not in my nature to worry. I'm like, I don't know, we'll figure it out. And then, 2 weeks went by, 3 weeks, and then I just really had to ask, what am I supposed to be doing? Why am I here? That's just how I operate. This is 2020. Why am I living through these times? What is my point here? So then I knew what I had to do. It's really my work involves a lot of healing work for many, many people, and there's a lot that I can offer. So I just started to, I was doing that before as well. I just started to put a lot of free webinar information out there, more than I normally do, because these times are calling for that kind of information. Like you and I, Joelle, we put together the immunity, how to build your immunity, and then how to navigate the inner storm that's taking place within people. So these are all just free resources for people. So my advice would be, and it's really funny, I was speaking at 2 different conferences, one in Canada, one in Pennsylvania, and the Pennsylvania one got postponed till August. And the one in Canada, they took their conference online. So I was online. There were still about 60 people who signed up. So it's really, I'm actually amazed as where I'm going. And then I'm part of this Michigan Indian Community Services. I'm going to be talking to close to 500 people via Zoom, along with other experts on building immunity. And we're doing a community outreach program every week on different health topics. So that just like, I got pulled into that. I had, no idea. So my advice for people would be, to do two things. Number one, this is how I always work is this is what you want to do for your client is add value and be of service. What is it that you have that people need? And it's really not even about the money for me. I'm always able to pay my bills. Money just comes. And I always say, you know what? I got to do what I got to do. Paying bills is not my business. It's just not my business. And so far, there's never has been any time that I'm not able to pay my bills one way or the other. It all gets figured out. And it's really, I think that this is a time where people need so many things. There's so much that we can offer. And what I've been doing with my clients is, a lot greater flexibility. Sometimes clients will cancel the day off. No problem. Sometimes I'm on a appointment with them. I can see, I'm like, what's going on with you? You look totally off. Like, are you in pain? Yes, I'm in back pain. I'm in this. And I said, okay, this is what you go do for your back pain. This is what you're going to do. We're going to end the appointment because they can't even handle the appointment. So I don't charge them for it. And I said, just go off and I'll see you next week. And just even for the payment, some people, I have a program for new clients, which is like close to $1,000. They get 9 appointments, but people aren't able to do that, but they really, really need the help. So I'm like, you tell me what you can do. So we just break it down. And I continue to, and here's my page. After my workout this morning, it's like, this is what happens. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to shake my head. It's like, it just never stops. And every time like I do some meditation, whatever, I'm like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. So the ideas just continue to evolve. And one thing I would really tell people is don't be afraid. Anytime we become fearful, like, oh my God, what's going to happen? I don't have my business. Your creativity will stop because the fear will just block it. It will zap it. So you really want to go to a place which gives you joy. We can always move. We can always breathe. Something that brings you joy, and that's where you're going to be able to see other ideas and other options that are available for you. So I think the creativity is all within us. In order to tap into it, we can't be stuck in the head in a fear-based mind. We just have to go to a place that brings us a little joy, that moves the body, moves our life, and ideas will flourish.
Very good. Very good. Now, Paula, are you taking new patients right now? And do you do more than just the chiropractic care for them?
Yes. Yeah. So I am taking new patients. I never stopped taking new patients. And of course, we're open, as I was saying to you off air, for emergencies. So everybody right now is in a state of emergency because they've gone literally from a workstation that may or may not have worked in an office, but at home, nobody's home workstations work. They're horrible. So everybody's in serious pain. Everybody needs help. So I've been getting a handful of new patients through this. And then of course I'm getting a lot of patients who hadn't been in for a while, who've had to make this shift, who needed to come in. So I'm starting to see more people come in. And I wanted to focus on what Mina was saying. I just wanted to comment when she was talking about, adding value and adding service and the fear. And I went through about a week of the whole mental emotional freak out in the beginning of this, and the applying for the loans and going, it was all coming at you. And probably just much like Mina, we talk about mindset and controlling what you can control, and control this. This is the first thing is how you think and your physical environment, your emotional environment, control what you can control. And I found it taking control of me. And I really paid attention to that, because then I was able to take that and use that in lessons, that when I do my videos and I'm putting out my content, I literally have taken every lesson and thing that I've gone through emotionally with this to try to help people and teach them and lift them up. And it's amazing what kind of feedback you get, because it's the simplest of things, but you've got to maintain your level of awareness for where you're at. Right. And where my heart really goes out to people is, if I'm having anxiety and having this fearfulness in this moment in time, what are the people who have this kind of situation going on, emotional situation, on a regular basis? And that to me it's heartbreaking, because it doesn't feel good. You know, we've all been in a state of fear at some point, but if we're able to pull ourselves out, you know, that's our success, and our lesson is, what did we go through? So I'm using this time as that platform for teaching and reaching out. And I started a private Facebook group called Dr. Paula's Living Well, so that I could bring in people and really have a good conversation as a safe place, and then drop a lot of my videos and things in there too. But that was the biggest thing, is using your personal lessons, reminding yourself of what you're teaching. And once you can gain your own mental clarity and realize that all of that around you, you have to stop allowing it to control you. Once you do, then you have the opportunity to pull out a journal and just start writing down your ideas. I mean, in the beginning of this, I just sat and I was just like, boom, oh, I could do this, I could do this. What does my future look like? It didn't matter. I just let it all flow. And I went back and I looked at it like a week later, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. That's everything I've wanted to create but never stepped into. But it took a crisis and the awareness of my mental state to write it all down and then really take note. So I agree with Mina, is that people have to just step out of that fear a little bit. And sometimes just writing it down on paper is the very first step. And when you can read it, then you can start to create it as a reality. And I had the blessing in all of this is I have made more incredible quality connections with people that I've been threatening to get together with them for lunch, and we never made it happen. And I've had more Zoom calls with people. I've created such close connections. And one of the women that I've been trying to connect with is, she's a rabbi, and I'm actually going to do a Facebook Live interview with her later this week. And she's so cool, like just super, she's amazing. I love her. You guys are going to love her. But she said to me, she said, well, what Mina was saying, you know, what are you compelled to do? And what's your purpose? And that question's always gone through my head. And I kept telling her, I'm like, gosh, I just feel so compelled to do these videos and reach out and help people. And she goes, well, that's your purpose. And I was like, wait, it's that simple? She says, when you feel something so deep in your gut, that's your purpose. I've been trying to put words to that all these years. And so I was like, oh, I'm doing the right thing. I'm in the right place. And I finally have the platform to get this message out. So, yeah. So to spin off with that was what I called you a couple of weeks about, which I don't know if you want to talk about that now or if you want to save that.
No,
okay. So, I'd been talking to, as I mentioned, other professionals, and how can we help the people who need help, who are in those lower places, who need a hand to lift up. And I started to realize that, I have kept my doors open. I didn't have to close. Yes, business has been down significantly, but I'm here and I'm paying my bills. And I started to realize that if I don't reach out and start lifting other businesses who are either closed, in need of cash flow, who are in fear of what is their future going to be, then it does me no good to be standing at the end of all of this. So that's why I was so happy that you invited me on here, because I really want to get the message out that I want to connect with businesses who are closed or who may still be open limited, but you're worried, man. You need some cash flow. You need an opportunity to get your message out, to get your business out onto the airways and get people through your doors or onto your website, whatever it is. I can help them with very creative ways. And this isn't like a money thing. Like I said, I just want to talk to these people, because if they are not standing around me, we don't have a community. So I would love for them to reach out for me. Let's talk about some creative ways. I've got a huge network of people, thousands of people that I can get them exposed to bring business through their doors and get them cash flow now, so that when they do go live and open their doors, and who knows how long, then we're going to have an incredible community to come back from this. And then ultimately, I was thinking originally June, but I don't think June's going to work with the timing of things. But in July, I want to have a welcome back community party here in my parking lot, and bring in Troy from Wonder Jump, and bring in a lot of the people who their businesses again need a spotlight. And so that's my plan, is to have like a welcome back party for everybody who's still here or who still needs to be here. So.
And it's like you keep hearing over and over again, we're all in this together, but it's so true, because everybody's business is struggling. I mean, granted, the grocery stores are getting more business than they can handle, but for the rest of us, we're all in this together. We're all afraid, we're scared, we're worried, we're concerned, and we're just trying to navigate our way through here. So when people like you have these ideas and want to help, we need to work together and share that information and help one another and build one another up.
Yeah, and I think I'd like to add to that.
Yeah, 100%. So when you hear of somebody, I already know like 3 or 4 people that I can reach out to, and which I had already called 2 people this morning in an effort to speak with them, but I'm waiting for calls back. But please send them my way. When you're like, you know what, you should talk to Dr. Paula. She's got some great ideas and might be able to help you. But yeah, if we're not all standing at the end of this, then we don't have a community anymore. We've got to be able to I've been fortunate that I've been able to keep the doors open and pay the bills. So I want to see other people make sure that their livelihood is still standing at the end of that.
That is all very true. This really is about connection. It really is about supporting one another. Like you said, if all of us are not standing, then we don't have a community. Mm-hmm. And more than anything else, no matter what business we are in, and no matter which, walk of life we come in, more than anything, people need their trust and their confidence restored, that they can get through these times. And, as devastating as this is, and I think one of the things that I really take kind of comfort in is like the whole world is in this together. Mm-hmm. This isn't our doing. Mm-hmm. Isn't our fixing. There's someone else who's doing this, and I think there's a solution at the end of it. And I'm amazed at just in organizations that I'm got pulled into or getting involved in, the creativity that is flowing. It's endless. It's just, I think sometimes a pressure like this can just be the catalyst for us to grow into who we are supposed to grow into, like you figured out your purpose, right? And I think if we ask that question, what am I really doing here? Even if somebody has a hardware store, their passion isn't, selling somebody screws and nails. Their passion is something else. It's maybe connecting with people. It's maybe helping people build their projects around the home, or helping them create lovely homes and things like that. So it's just really bigger than what we are doing. There's another purpose here. And just like you figured out, Paula, everybody, teaching people through your own stories is incredible. We all have so much to offer. And now that it's really funny how, with the masks on, all of our other masks are coming off. Like, we don't care anymore. We don't care how it looks. We don't care about if, I have gray hair. We don't care anymore, because something other than our appearances or what we have, made ourselves look like, there's something far more greater and important that's kind of burning up in our hearts and that we are showing up for. And I think it's like, growth at personal level is happening, whether we like it or not. And that's exactly it. It's really about sharing your personal stories and to uplift people around you. And that's what I'm doing too, you know, Facebook Lives. And whenever I have something to share, I just go in and put it in there. Maybe whoever will hear it, doesn't matter. Stories need to be shared. That's how we're all going to lift each other up. So.
I like
Well,
it.
and you're only one story away, right? So I think as long as we're continuing to put those stories out and give people information that does support them, it's going to resonate with somebody, and who knows when that's going to blow up. And now look how many other people you've been able to.
Yeah, and I think that when we grab onto our bigger purpose, grab onto that one thing, all of the life's little problems get handled.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like just hold on to that one thing, your bigger calling, and your little problems every day, they just get handled because you begin to come up with more solutions for them.
Well, and I think going back to what you were saying, you were saying, you know, the money just comes. It's not about the money. And I think once I got through that freak out week and you know, freaking out about my business, my money, should I close, should I open? I mean, it was like, oh my God, it was underwater 100 feet. And once I let all of that go, the money started coming into the office. You know, people started calling, they wanted to come in. And so the fact that I've been able to stay open and again, pay the bills without any stimulus money, you know, and I'm still waiting I applied for everything. I'm still waiting to hear, but I know other people are hanging by a thread, and that breaks my heart. Like, I'm feeling incredible gratitude for the base of people that I have in this practice, and then for my opportunity to be able to reach out and get these messages out. And if I can help somebody else create that, holy moly, what a strong community we're going to have at the end of this. Because this isn't the end of it, in a sense that, you know, whatever happens in the future, this could happen again. However you want to, you know, wherever we stand on this platform, it could happen again. So are we going to be poised to, you know, are you just going to be like, okay, well, I'm just going to close down and not do anything, not change anything? Or are you going to look at all of the different avenues that you can expand your business? You know, you can be, you've got, let's say you're a hairdresser. So what are you doing with your business? And because right now you're relying on face-to-face, there's got to be some ways that you can reach out to people on different platforms, teach, do something, because if this happens again and you have to shut your doors, you've got to be able to have something else there supporting you, because we can't just keep shoveling out billions of dollars to support people. So this is really a huge opportunity for us. And I think for Meena and myself, for healthcare professionals, people are going to pay attention to their health now. My online stores, I can't even promote my online stores. I have 2 of them because they're sold out of all. I can't get vitamin C. I can't get vitamin D. I can't get zinc. I can't recommend anything on my online stores. They're sold out because everybody, Meena, probably the same. We've been telling people for years, you need to supplement. And now every schmo is out there buying up my vitamin C. I can't get my vitamin C, you know, like, so people are definitely paying attention. We just got to get our stocks back up, you know, our supply back up, but people are paying attention. So Meena and I are well poised in this right now to be able to help people in the health front, but also for the health of their business. And obviously she's remained successful through this as well. So let's get these people and help them to come up with other avenues to earn revenue to support their lives in the event of another crisis.
Absolutely. I just want to tell both of you, I think that you were both so inspiring. Like, it's so impressive what you've done, and that you continue to not only take care of yourself and your own business, but that you're willing to share and help others. I think it's amazing. So hats off to both of you. I think you're fabulous.
So
Thank you. I do want to add, Joelle, that when the webinar that we're going to be doing, the Navigating the Inner Storm, And I thought about, I have, you know, I've got new clients who were not able to sign up because of, you know, no financial means. But there was this, you know, couple of people who really needed. So I said, nothing at all. I don't need any money. I'm just reaching out to those people. I said, tell me when I can call you. Maybe it's a 15-minute phone call conversation so I can get them through being stuck and being panic-ridden to a place where they can see and breathe clearly. And I am trying to come up with that, like a time, like almost like a hotline number where people can call, especially in the work that I do. There's a lot of, you know, mental, emotional, psychological issues that people come up with. They just need on the other side someone who can, a calming voice, someone who can help them sort through that and get to the next step so they can breathe and they can, you know, get through another day and another day. I'll come up with the time and I'll give it to you. Yeah.
That's great. Paula, anything else?
Make sure you share that with me. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Just make sure you share it because that's a great idea. I love that idea, and I can definitely get some patients over to you, get some people referred over to you on that. So
Thank you, both of you. And please continue to share with me what's going on and what you're doing, because I will share that as well, because I love being involved and having all that work with you guys. So
great.
keep me in the
I
loop.
noticed you guys are doing an interview with Catherine Wayne Spindler, and I've got her on tap at 3 o'clock. So I'm doing a Facebook Live with her. What's that?
Ours was
Oh, it was last week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I just saw it in the email today. So, okay.
So yeah, so very
great.
good. So yeah, she's a great resource. So I think
Yes.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
Paul,
absolutely.
you and I connect. We have our, you know, through the text group.
Yes, for sure.
Yep.
So let's connect and maybe we can do, you know, I do Zoom too, like bringing in other experts in. And I
Let's
just
do that.
do a podcast.
You interview me, I'll interview you.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Let's do that. We'll connect.
Right?
Thank you again, you guys. You are.
I love the collaboration. This is what's going to have this community standing tall at the end of the day, for absolute sure.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Joelle.
Thank you so much, Joelle. This is beautiful. I appreciate it.
Thank you.